no computers, no doors, no apps, no studios, no internet, no musicians, no 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, or 5G.
Just MG.
Just this. I look at hip hop like a house, a structure. And although I am part builder of the house, much respect to Avril Bambaataa and Kool Herc, I didn't teach the break dancer how to dance, because there's 4 elements of hip hop. I didn't teach the graffiti artist how to paint. That's also an element of hip hop. And I didn't teach the MC how to rap, ladies and gentlemen. But in my studies, in mom's home, mom and dad's house, I came up with a system, because we had no studios. And without knowing, I cross-pollinated with the rapper, the MC, and I was able to come up with a streaming bed of music. In mom and dad's house, there was no such thing as black music or white music or foreign music or American music. It was all just great music. And the most intriguing part to me was the drums. That area of the song where the drummer waited to get a couple of seconds to do his thing. The crazy part about that, it was always so damn short. I'm like, why is that part so damn short? I think in my anger is probably why I did what I did. So, Dad was a track worker for the Long Island and New York City subway system, right? But his hobby was collecting records. The drummer played a very important role for me as a toddler. I got to understand who Gene Krupa was, Buddy Rich, Art Blakely, Max Roach, later John Bonham, James Brown's drummer Clyde Stubblefield, Billy Cobham, and later Stuart Copeland, Bernard Purdy, Ringo Starr, and this one particular drummer, Steve Gadd. He played on this song for Bob James, and this particular song probably catapulted me into early history. The name of the song was called Take Me to the Mardi Gras by Bob James. And it was this break in the area, actually in the beginning of this song for about 16 bars, that set the hip hop world in the 70s on fire in the park. It was such an important song. And then there was this drummer by the name of Cat Hendricks, and he played drums on probably unarguably is the most important song in hip hop. It was called Apache by the Incredible Bongo Band. My quick mix theory is 4 bars forward, 6 counterclockwise to re-arrive to the top of the break to make the tone arm absolutely useless. Let me try to explain. Every turntable on planet Earth is 33 1/3. So what I did is I came up with a system where I would, this was blasphemy. I would mark the record with a crayon And I would count how many times that mark passed the tone arm. Now here's where I got stuck for months. The average beat recognized by the mind is 4 bars. Once you hear 4 bars of it, some of them is quicker, but average 4 bars. So if 4 bars passed, why did it take me 6 counterclockwise to get back to the top? This mathematical problem had me stuck. Why is it that the 4 bars moving forward, why can't I just move it 4 bars backwards and re-arrive to the top of the break? And the mathematical reason was a turntable spins at 33 and the third. It's that damn third. That damn third had me stuck for months. And that is why I had to go back 6 times, let 4 bars play, forward, 4 forward, 6 back. So I'm gonna show you just quickly how I did it. And when I did this, I went out in the parks with this, ladies and gentlemen. Do I got my paper with me? Is it up there? And people were like, my mom has this record at home and my record don't sound like that. What is it you're doing? They were looking behind the ropes, trying to figure out what it was that I was doing as a kid. In my mind, ladies and gentlemen, the best part was the part where the drummer and least accompaniment was the key. The turntable, belt drive, or direct drive. I did a serious study, and I remember trying to find the right turntable from the state of inertia to have enough torque to handle what I needed it to do when I went counterclockwise. Here's the turntables, and I used to go in the backyard where people would throw out their old stereos, and I would drag this into the house. Mom hated me for it, but I was in search of something. The turntable at this time was Fisher Price. Yes, Fisher Price. Magnavox, Zenith, early Pioneer, Marantz, Audio-Technica, but then there was Panasonic. Panasonic had a division of turntables. And I must tell you, when I bumped into this turntable, it was the most ugliest piece of machinery for a turntable that I had ever seen. And this particular division of Panasonic was called Techniques. This particular model that I found had become the chosen one turntable for me to create this quick mix theory. The model was the SL20, 10 years before the 1200, which is quite famous right now. Then it's the stylus. It comes in 2 classifications, elliptical and conical. Elliptical was like a backwards J that sat in the groove, but when I would pull it back, it would fall out of the groove. Although the stereo field was clean and when you played it, it sounded better, it could not serve my purpose. The conical was more like a nail. And although it sounded terrible coming out of the speakers, it stayed inside the groove. So that particular needle was the way that I did it. Then I did a study of the cartridge. The early ceramic cartridges and then later the magnetics.